Hello everyone, this is Dustin Cochran, aka Dr. Moses. Not a real doctor, must say that, not yet at least. Still got a lot of schooling to do. It's gonna be many years before I'm officially a doctor, but I did get my certification to become a certified peer specialist, and I kind of explained what that was in my first video, and I'm just gonna get to the topic today: harm reduction. So what is harm reduction? A lot of people hear of things like, providing clean needles and disposing of dirty ones, and providing naloxone, Narcan to people, and they think this just encourages people to do drugs. What it is accepting the reality that no matter how much you may preach, don't use drugs to people, people are still going to be using drugs. And this is about not giving up on them and encouraging them to be safe and, prevent them from dying, and encouraging them to recover one day. They're not going to do it all at once. In my training, they taught being addicted to drugs and staying away from them is kind of like you being at home with nothing to do, nowhere to go, and putting your cell phone on the table, putting the ringer on full blast, and not answering it the entire day. Not even looking at what people have sent you or who called you. Some people could do that no problem. Other people like me, I wouldn't last an hour. I would be checking the phone. That's a similar comparison to how drugs affect some people in their addiction. So you may not understand it, but it's good to not give up on people, and encouraging things like abstinence and moderation is a form of harm reduction. So that just defeats the argument right there. So not using dirty needles, not sharing needles. So you may only share with your boyfriend, girlfriend, and they decide to share a needle with somebody else, not tell you about it. They got really high and forgot that they did it, and then you share that needle with them, and next thing you know, you got HIV or hepatitis. So just don't share needles. There's needle exchange programs. In Kansas City, there's KC Care. They will dispose of your dirty needles and provide you with clean ones free of charge. Amazon sells needles online for like $25. You can get 100 of them. Then there's sharing pipes. Now, a lot of people don't think about this, but when it's cold out, like where I'm at right now, very cold, lips get cracked, blood transfers from the lip to the pipe to the other person's lips back to you, and that's how diseases can get spread. So be alert when you're sharing pipes. At least clean them off between person. Never use alone. I've heard of people doing like mushrooms, not telling anybody, and they have such a freaking nightmarish trip that they think ending their life is the only way out. And if they could have had a friend with them while they were doing that and understood what was going on, that could have been prevented. Doing other drugs, like any street drug you get could have fentanyl in it, and it doesn't take very much of that at all to overdose and die. There is a never use alone hotline that you call. I'll put the number on the screen, and I'll put the number in the description of this video. But if you absolutely have no one to be with when you use, call that number. If you are not responding, they will have an ambulance sent to you. And psychedelic therapy. Now, some of you may have heard that psychedelics can help with addiction in some cases. This varies person to person. It can help some people. It's personally helped me. But it can also make things worse. You can experience a bad trip that fills with anxiety, and thus you're in deeper in your addiction. So I'm going to do another video where I talk about psychedelic therapy more specifically. So, just do research on any substance you're wanting to put in your body. If your health, both physical and mental, isn't a priority to you, make it, because when those are in tip-top shape, it is much easier to be happy. Having naloxone or Narcan nearby. Even if you're not using an opiate, your stuff could easily be laced with an opiate and you not know. And just having it nearby could save a life. There is a place in Kansas City called the Healing House. I'll leave their information in the description. They hand out Narcan for free to people. You could Google where to get free Narcan, ChatGPT. ChatGPT will tell you where exactly you can get Narcan in your area. And if you're in a more rural area and it's not provided anywhere, you can order it online for about $45. And it's just essential to have nearby, even if you're not using. A loved one of yours could be using and you not knowing it, and you come home, find them passed out, overdose, and the only chance they'll have of surviving is if you have naloxone or Narcan on hand. So anybody you think that might be using, have it nearby, because you just never know. So that's all I got for this video. If you have any good harm reduction suggestions, put them in the comments. And yeah, let's strive to make America smarter, everyone. God bless.